Hey guys, it's me Barb, and I'm here with a quick video today to help you set up your first successful mining base in Palworld. Now at this point you may already have a base going where you have your home, some of your pals, you have some crops, but you keep finding that you're running out of ore, you're running out of ingots, you're running out of coal, and you're wanting to go capture some pals, go on an adventure, but you find yourself mining. So let's fix that, let's automate this process, and let's make your life in Palworld so much more easy and so much more fun. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to pull up the map. Right here on the map, 192 -31. You can think of it as 192 -30. It's a little bit easier to remember. And I'll zoom out. I don't have all the map unlocked yet, sorry guys, but this is where our home base was way back here in the beginning. You come up here, you come through the redwoods, you come through this squiggly do here, you go up here a little bit, and then voila. It is just to the east of Sealed Realm of the Guardian. Now there's a couple reasons that this spot is good. And the main reason is that it has ore nodes and coal nodes in the same spot. And this is the only place on the map currently that has both. So super useful because those are the two that you're going to need for most things. Sulfur and quartz, you can go mining and get those, and you can fill those in as you need them because you're not going to need them in bulk so much as you need ore and coal. So this spot is fantastic for that reason. And also, you might be able to tell from the view from the window, we are really high up. Pals are not coming out here and attacking us, so it's a pretty safe spot too. So between those two factors, this spot is ideal to be your mining base. So now that I've sold you on it, let's get my buddy out here and let's take a little flight. We're just gonna come on up here. Now around the back here where you see all these busted up nodes on the ground, those were all coal and ore, and my bud busted them up this morning. The people I have doing mining are far more efficient than the ones that are carrying, so they're still working on taking those over to the storage. But all around this back half, you're gonna have this semicircle of nodes. You don't want to place anything on those, so basically don't destroy them, don't place anything on top of it, because if you destroy it and place something on top of it, you've ruined one of the reasons that we chose this location. So you're going to build basically on the half of the top of this, I don't know, what do you call it, a pillar, a plateau, big old circle, flat mountaintop thing. You're going to build on this half over here where there are no nodes. So it leaves you a lot of space to work with, like a surprising amount of space. Oh, I'm gonna try to attack stuff, my bad. I like to try to put away my mount as quickly as I get down because for some reason that particular flyer likes to go just all kinds of crazy once you let him free out here. So first off, I made myself a processing center here. You don't have to do this part, but if you build out over the cliff edge, there is going to be a part of your circle that goes over the edge if you place this right. So the main thing when you're placing your PAL box that I recommend is paying attention to which way the circle goes, because you know that back half semicircle where all the ore nodes are, if you end up with your extra space on that side, you're not going to have your extra space on this side. And if your extra space is over here on the side without the nodes, you can build out, because you can build on the side without the nodes and not destroy any of your mining spots. So definitely err on the side of placing your PAL box to where it goes off towards this direction, towards the big old pillar. So you'll have your overhang on this side instead of that side. That way you have more space to work with for actually building. Now, when you show up, you're gonna notice there are probably gonna be some angry monkeys. And I recommend offing those angry monkeys. And then very quickly, on the center of this little bumped up hill here, put a couple of your platform spots and then place down your PAL box. Now you'll notice this is the back side of my PAL box. This is the side of the PAL box at which you spawn when you teleport in. If you are trying to leave here with a bunch of ore or ingots or trying to teleport in, it's going to be much easier to land on this side. So whatever you do, just keep in mind you're going to teleport in on this side. Put some storage right next to it. That way, if you come in, you can drop stuff off real easy. And you can see here, this is a very fruitful operation. I have 433 regular ingots, 714 refined, 529 PAL metal ingots, and 4,000 coal, and they're still working on it. So it's definitely a good setup, and it's going to make it to where you don't have to work so hard and you can just have all the fun. Now, with the chest, I recommend only having one. I technically have two, and there's a story behind it. I placed this Palworld Express shipping container here, which I love because I only have to have one shipping container, and my pals were getting stuck on top of it, so I stacked a second one on top of it. They no longer get stuck on it, and I can use the second one up here to put my schematics in, because let's face it, you get a lot of these and you never know when you're actually going to need them. So I recommend either having one small chest and putting a wall behind it to where it's a little bit taller, or doing the 2 storage crates. And there's a reason for having this be tall. If you look over here, and I got this idea actually from a few people in forum posts. I also saw it in TagBackTV's YouTube video on making a mining base. So if you haven't watched his video or subscribed to him, I highly recommend it. He is super awesome. And he recommended placing your processing up a little bit higher. So basically, this is my grappling gun. There's that wall. There's this wall. And you can grappling back and forth between these. So let's say you go pick up 500 ingots over there, and you gotta get back over here to your storage. That's super handy. Now, I do recommend at least upgrading your grappling gun to the Giga grappling gun, because let's face it, that's a big distance. You're not going to make it if you have that wussy grappling gun that you start out with. So definitely upgrade your grappling gun. So now that you've got your platform set up, you've got your PAL box set up, you've got your storage, you've got your furnaces over there on a platform, there's a couple other things I recommend. Now, some people will set the fancy blue beds down, the big ones. I go with these medium-sized ones. And the reason I do that is because I have my pals up to a max of 20 per base, but even with 15, that's going to be a lot of beds. You can kind of make up for it with having the little tropical oasis over there, because it is going to help them be more sane. Looks like I'm having some problems. Oh my goodness. I was about to starve to death mid-video, guys. I'm going to put these here. I kept having to feed some of my pals at my other base, so I've got those back in the food bag. But between these beds, this oasis, and then I only have 2 berry farms, I do come over here and I cook the berries and I feed them berries. They're pretty happy, especially with the cooked berries. It looks like they made it through the cooked berries that I had for them. So let's go ahead and plop these in there. Sometimes I'll drop off some cotton candy for them too. And you can feed them better food, but really all you need is 2 berry farms and they will be happy enough. In worst case scenario, you can fix it when they're not. Now, I do recommend keeping the rest of it pretty simple, and from your platform having double wide stairs, because they will get confused sometimes, and especially the birds. These guys. I forget his name every time. Polaris. He oftentimes gets confused, but keeping your stairs double wide is going to help keep that to a minimum. And you will notice sometimes they will break these far faster than they pick them up. It doesn't hurt to go run around every once in a while and pick those up. You don't have to. They will eventually end up in here, but it's going to make your life just a little bit easier. Now, you can use any of the furnaces. The main benefit to upgrading is these are going to be able to do PAL metal ingots in addition to your regular and your refined ingots. So I would definitely upgrade those as soon as you can. And I recommend keeping some basics here, but keep them off to the side so your pals don't get confused. So just in case you need something easy to access like medicine or something like that, or the repair station, it's definitely helpful to have that over here. And also a place to rest. I stuck mine under this platform, and so long as you stick it under the actual ceiling part of the platform, this will count as a ceiling for you to be able to rest under with your bed, because these stairs do not. I had my bed under here and it said I needed a ceiling, so I moved it to this side. So you can tuck away a nice little place to rest. It doesn't have to be purely just a mining base. You can do other things here too without confusing your pals too much. And the other thing I recommend adding is this space. Since we were thoughtful enough to treat ourselves nicely and place this blue circle line out further on this side instead of the side with the nodes, we are able to have a whole processing center. And with this processing center, I recommend not to put a roof over it because you want your pals to come in and not be confused. My pals don't use these stairs. They don't even notice them. These are just for me. But these stairs up the front, my pals can come up here very easily and they can come process anything I need them to process. And I don't have to have another base dedicated to processing. So I could have my other base dedicated to maybe farming or pal breeding or something cool. So I think as long as you plot out, and most importantly, plot out which direction your pal box is going to face and get yourself a nice storage situation right here, you are going to have a fantastic time out here and you are going to have all the ore and ingots in no time. So I do hope that was helpful for you. This really is my favorite spot. There's a couple other spots that are pretty good, and there's even one spot that has ore and quartz both. I'll put the coordinates for the ore and quartz location, but it's in the snow. And also to mine the quartz, you're going to need a whole bunch of Anubis. So it's really up to you, but I highly recommend this location over that one because this one has coal and ore, and you can just go mine and get your quartz whenever you want to, you know, because it's not like you need as much of it as the rest. So if that was helpful, if you don't mind, click like and subscribe. Thank you for making it through the video. If you turn on your notifications, I stream far more often than I post videos, but I was really happy with this base and how much easier it's made my life in Palworld, and I thought it might help you guys. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day and have all the fun in Palworld. I can't even speak, guys. Until next time, bye for now.